Members, it's time to start again. We have also formed a quorum. Please return to your seat.
Does
any other member wish to speak? If not, then I will give the floor to the admin to give a reply. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Endorsing the funding and yet the funding cannot be used, it is not reasonable. It will restrict the operation of the government. It will also affect the progress of the project. We oppose the motion. Mr. Eddie Chu, 3 minutes, who can reply. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First of all, I would very much like to tell the administration and our colleagues, this power has a backing in the law. If I may go to Cap 2A of the Capital Works Reserve Fund, the Financial Secretary may expend monies from the fund, but then it should be done in accordance with conditions, exceptions, and limitations as may be specified by the Finance Committee. So what happens is that when we approve a funding request from the administration, and basically we are not going to change the content or the details of the request, and that's the premise, and then we would like to set down conditions, exceptions, or limitations. You can imagine that in this case, it's just like an arrow being shot forward, and in the process, we would like to introduce a framework so as to ring fence or set the perimeters for the context in which the administration can spend the money. So Mr. Edward Lau and Mr. Michael Look have spoken. Basically, I don't think they are objecting to the exercising of this power. The two of them have said that I've been too sloppy, and this is not forceful enough, and this is not well-founded. It doesn't matter. I'm merely making a start. In particular, I want to tell Mr. Michael Look, in fact, we can think of an even better condition. That is, we can invoke paragraph 21 in a better way so as to improve our plan. Say, for example, we can consider having a condition to say that the workers to be employed by the government will be working under a set of maximum working hours. At the end of the day, we very much hope that members won't be here asking questions only. In fact, we hope that members can better discharge the duties in accordance with the law so that public interest can be defended. Mr. Chairman, I'm grateful to you and the legal advisor. We have been exchanging correspondence on many occasions. Eventually, we are making a start, and I hope that this won't be the last time. And I hope that in future we will continue to make use of this to improve the relationship between the executive and the electoral. Now, I put the matter to the vote. The motion moved by Eddie G to be passed. I put the matter to the vote. Does anybody claim a division? The bell will be rung for 1 minute.
工聯冇人喺度。各位同事，我哋開緊會啊，各位同事嚇。
Members, we are having a meeting.
黃國健議員，
Mr. Wong Kwok Kin, Mr. Wong Kwok Kin, please return to your seat. 現在開始表決。 Voting begins. Voting is ended. The result is to be displayed 24-30 against, no abstention. I declare the motion negatived. If members do not have other questions, I'll put the matter to the vote. FCR 2017-1814. Any claim of division, the bell will be rung for 1 minute. I just want to remind members that we are now voting on the funding request concerning the sports park. Please be reminded of that.
OK， 好。
等我哋有陣時要舉手啊，要投票啊。
現在開
Voting begins. Voting is ended. The result is to be displayed. Before I declare the result, does any member need to reconfirm the vote? 36 for, 21 against, 1 abstention. I declare the motion passed. We now move on to the following item, and there's an item from the Fire Services Department. This is to seek members' approval to have a new commitment of $1.713 billion for the replacement of the existing mobilizing and communication system of the Fire Services Department. On the 14th of March, the security panel was consulted. And to answer your questions, we have got public officers from the Security Bureau, and they will come into the conference room.
To
answer your questions, we have Mr. Vic Yao, Deputy Secretary for Security. Does any member wish to speak? First of all, I'd like to give the floor to Mr. Gary Chen to report the deliberations. Can you do this for me? I haven't got a copy with me. The Secretariat hasn't given me a copy. We'll get it for you.
Thank you. Well, on the 14th of March 2017, the Security panel discussed about this proposal of replacement of mobilizing and communications system. We noticed that under the fourth generation mobilizing system, there are two communications centers. Members asked questions about the operation of these communications center. The administration said that the two communications center will be located in two separate geographical locations. If one fails, the other one will have the capacity to deal with demand and receive messages from all over the territory. Members also expressed concern about whether the location of the caller can be identified. The administration said that under the design of the new system, it can display the location of the caller without displaying other personal particulars. The panel does not oppose to this proposal. Members who would like to ask questions, please press the button. If there are no questions, I will now put this item FCR 2017-18-11 to the vote. Those who are for, please raise their hands. Those against, please raise their hands. I declare that this item is endorsed. Next item. Please invite the administrations to come in to join us.
估你哋唔到啊嘛！唔係我歡迎啊，歡迎啊！你做得好，做得好。我哋暫停會議5分鐘係嘛？
Let's pause for 5 minutes then.